everybody, and welcome to the United Stand. Erik ten Hag's dream transfer window. 5 signings to make Manchester United great again with a net spend of £125 million. How's he done it? It's impossible. It's not. And I firmly believe that these signings would be a dream summer transfer window for Erik ten Hag. So we'll start off with our first one. He's on my left. His name is Frankie de Jong, formerly player with Erik ten Hag at Ajax. He's been at Barcelona for the last few years. Barcelona are desperate for money. They're trying to say they're going to raise money elsewhere. Maybe they will. I doubt it. I think there's a deal to be done there if we can persuade de Jong to do it. And I'm going to say £65 million to bring a player in. And this is important, to play in a midfield too. I think a lot of people look at United and they go 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder, a box-to-box and a more attacking midfielder. I think United are going to play in a different way under Erik ten Hag. The hints are there from his time at Ajax. I think we'll play a back 4 with a higher line and we'll play a midfield 2 that basically dictates the press. And in those two, I think they'll have equal roles. And I think de Jong, if he was in that, would play one side and then you'd have somebody else next to him. And he'd have more license to get forward because we're playing a higher line, but he would be part of the defensive setup as well. So de Jong would drop into that midfield too and be a fundamental part of ten Hag's plan, effectively, to play through the midfield into the attack and run possession up to 60-70% possession for each game, which would be a massive improvement for Manchester United. And I think Barcelona would do a deal for around £65 million. So £65 million gone straight away on what would be, for me, our big signing of the summer and probably Erik ten Hag's priority signing, his dream signing coming into United. The second signing, again, another Erik ten Hag signing and another Ajax player, Timber. Centre-back, 30 million quid will get this deal done for, there or thereabouts. Young, up-and-coming centre-back who is absolutely fluid in the way that ten Hag wants to play. High-line centre-back, very good at reading the game, very good recovery pace, very good at moving to the left back if he's playing as the left-sided centre-back, which is very important when the full-backs are pushing on. Very good at with the ball into his feet, very good in a possession-based game if you want to keep the ball, very good at playing between the lines with long passes. Just a very good all-round centre-back with a high ceiling on potential. And this is the priority centre-back that Erik ten Hag is telling Manchester United to pull back on deals for people like Akanji and Rudiger and Torres. Let's focus on this lad, and this is the player that Erik ten Hag really, really wants. £30 million, which with de Jong would take our spend to £95 million. Third signing, Nunez, Darwin Nunez. Now, some would say it should be Nkunku. I think it's very clear that Manchester United's priority is to bring a striker in, an old-fashioned striker in many ways, a goal scorer, somebody who is in that team, who is selfish, who is going to score goals. Ideally, I think United would like a Harry Kane, but that's ridiculous. Obviously, Harry Kane's not going to share the role with Ronaldo either. With Ronaldo in the club, who is a selfish goal scorer, Darwin Nunez, at 22, coming into the Premier League, being given the opportunity to learn under Ronaldo in his first year, get game time, Europa League, off the bench, share the role, maybe play off the left a little bit. Darwin Nunez is certainly the striker Manchester United are looking at. And again, I would pitch this at £65 million. It can be done. I'm not going to say it's going to happen. We're talking ten Hag's dream transfer window here, but it certainly can be done. So £65 million for him, £65 million for de Jong. That takes you spending to 130 plus 30 for Timber. We're up to £160 million. Signing for Laymer. Again, I can see a midfield 2. Laymer, like de Jong, is used to playing in a midfield 2 as part of a team that dictates the press. Now, whether you can play Laymer and de Jong, people are going to go mad saying you can't. I actually think you probably could. But what it does do, for about 20 million quid, because he's only got 1 year left on his deal, and Leipzig would rather sell to us than Bayern Munich. I don't know whether we're in for Laymer at the moment, but he's certainly a player we could go for. I think he fits the way de Jong wants to, ten Hag wants to play. He certainly fits the way de Jong wants to play. We've got that Rangnick connection with Leipzig. He is also Austrian, if that matters. I think United could do this deal for 20 million. I think you could play De Jong and Lema together in a midfield too in certain games. But of course, you've still got your Freds and your McTominays. Some people say Calvin Phillips. Maybe we will go for that. If that 25 million relegation clause is there, maybe he is a better fit. But if that doesn't happen, I certainly think Lema would fit Ten Hag like a glove and would be a real asset in our midfield for a very, very good price. So 20 million, that takes it up to, what, 130, 160, 180 million. And then my final one, it's a bit of a leap of faith. He's on loan at Forest from Middlesbrough. I think 20 million would get him. I'd remove one of the right backs that we've got, preferably Wan-Bissaka on loan. And I think Spence working with Delo on that right-hand side for the first season, I think we'd really see what he is. A potentially fantastic right back, and he's available at a very good price. And I think he's a modern right back with amazing energy levels who can get forward and get back, and I think he'd work really well. There may be better options that Ten Hag's got in mind. Maybe he won't even go for a full-back, but I do think that he would really add something to United. And that would be 5 signings. Ten Hag's dream transfer window, 5 signings, £200 million. People are going to go, you said 125. I'm talking net. We can get those 5 players for £200 million. 65 for De Jong, 65 for Nunez, 30 for Timber, 20 for Lema, 20 for Spence. That would be a dream transfer window, I think, for many and for Ten Hag, and you've spent 200 million. But actually, you're only going to spend 125, which is the rumoured budget anyway, because obviously the rest will come from sales. 15 from Eric Bailly, 30 from Martial, 30 from Dean Henderson. That's 75 off 200, 125 million. Give me your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Get in the chat. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. And as I said before, if you want to get one of these beautiful hoodies. I'm like an old record player. We do ship worldwide. Links in the video description. Smash a like on the video. Get your comments in below. That's what these videos are all about. Thanks for watching.